Hi, this is Craig, and this is another mindfulness video, the second in the series. And this one's about mindfulness tips, just things that you can do that are very easy, very straightforward way of incorporating mindfulness into your day. Um, so, as I said in the previous video, mindfulness is being in the here and now with your awareness, trying not to judge what's going on. So you could imagine, even in the house where you are, that you can practice mindfulness. First thing in the morning, when we wake up, we tend to immediately just go into our heads to start thinking about our jobs that we need to do, our to-do lists. We're thinking about the problems in our life, the stuff that's not going that great. So this is brilliant time first thing in the morning to come back to your body immediately with some breathing. So you can wake up, you hear the alarm, and you breathe. So you have maybe just 3 breaths will be enough to bring you back to the moment. So it's feeling your breath. Do that 3 times and notice how that makes you feel. Might interrupt your thinking, your doing list that you've got going on. So you can also do that in the evening before you go to bed. Often when we're struggling to sleep and things like that, we're in our heads, we're thinking about stuff, we're judging what's happened in the day or what could happen tomorrow. So again, at the end of your day, it's quite good practice to breathe, take a few breaths, just center yourself before you go to bed. Good to switch off mobile phones and things like that and just have bedtime as bedtime. Um, if you can't sleep, then your mind is active. The more mindfulness you practice, your mind will be less active, so your sleep will improve. But if you are struggling to sleep, come back to the feel of the bed, awareness of where you are. I feel the pillow, I feel the duvet, I feel warm. Trying not to judge that my mind is over analyzing something or replaying a tune in my head or whatever it is that it's doing. No judgment. You are where you are. So during your day, we'll obviously be walking somewhere. You'll probably be walking from bedroom to kitchen, or lounge to bedroom, or up and down stairs, perhaps, if you live in a house. So you can practice mindful walking. So it means feeling the ground under your feet as you walk, trying not to think about where you're going or why you're going. Just concentrate on the ground and your footsteps. So we tend to walk heel toe, our foot starts here and then goes that way, heel toe. So I call this the heel toe maneuver. You can concentrate on putting the heel of your foot down and then your front of your feet afterwards. So that's noticing how you walk. You can also walk slower, feeling, what terrain you're on. Are you on carpet or laminate flooring? Is there different sound to which part you're walking on? Maybe walking in the bathroom is a different sound to walking in the living room. When you're walking downstairs, you could maybe take your time and breathe with every step. So breathing in, I walk down 1 step. Breathing out, I walk down another step, and so on. You're concentrating on the moment where you are. This is stopping what we call monkey mind from leaping around, thinking of this, doing that, rushing here, rushing there, things that aren't where your body is. So mindful walking is another lovely practice. Walking in nature is another lovely practice, and I will do a video in nature in this series to give you a flavor of that. You can mindfully drive as well. So feel the chair that you're sitting on, feel the steering wheel. Notice if your mind is wandering off. Sometimes we get from A to B. We get to B and we're like, I don't even know how I got here, because I was up here thinking about other things. So it's trying to concentrate on the moment. You can feel the steering wheel. You can feel the movement of gears. When you get to something that annoys you, something that's a struggle, say you hit roadworks when you're driving or a tractor pulls out in front of you, this is a lovely chance to practice mindfulness. We're trying to not judge the situation. So when you're feeling uncomfortable and you're starting to get angry because you're stuck in traffic or you're at a red light, this is an opportunity when the traffic light is red to just breathe, to just come back to your body, to feel the awareness of where you are. So I'm sitting, I'm breathing, the traffic light is red, I'm noticing that I'm beginning to get annoyed because it seems to be taking forever. Pause, come back, breathe, noticing that thought about the traffic light. And what you're doing is always coming back to your body. You're always trying to get back to the here and the now, and you're always trying to accept what's going on. So, mindful driving, mindful traffic light meditation is just what I just described. You can mindfully clean your teeth. I'm brushing this part, now I'm brushing that part, tasting the taste of the toothpaste, minty perhaps. You're noticing if your mind is wandering, thinking about something else. It's like, no, cleaning my teeth, that's what I'm doing. You can mindfully have a shower or mindfully have a bath. When you're showering, you're feeling the water. You're feeling the warmth of the water. Again, noticing, is my mind wandering off? Come back, mindful shower. I am present in the shower. That's what I'm doing. You can be mindful of doing the dishes, doing the hoovering, doing your daily tasks, mindful gardening, perhaps. Sometimes we get annoyed at these things. We think they're chores. Sometimes we judge doing the dishes. Sometimes we moan because we're doing the dishes and somebody else isn't doing the dishes. So again, it's good practice. It's like, let's do mindful dish cleaning. I'm on this plate. I've got a sponge or a cloth. The fragrance of the washing up liquid is here. I'm feeling the warmth of the water. I'm feeling the movement of my hand against this plate. I'm moving the plate onto the drying rack, perhaps. I'm there for my dishes. If I'm thinking about something else, then I'm not being mindful. So mindfulness is all about noticing when your mind is off in wherever it is, because it goes all over the place, and to come back to where you are doing what you're doing with complete acceptance. So there's a few tips of what you can do during your day. It's good to pick things that you do every day. We often, I presume we drink tea or eat every day, so you can mindfully eat your cereal in the morning, perhaps, if you have cereal. You can carve this into your day. It's like, right, my morning breakfast is my mindful time where I sit and I eat my cereal. I notice if I'm distracting myself by watching TV and getting annoyed at the news while I'm eating my cereal. And I catch that and I think, right, switch the news off. Concentrating on my cereal. I'm concentrating on the taste, the movement of the spoon to my mouth, all of these things. I'm noticing if I judge stuff. And if I do, then I come back to where I am. So mindful eating, mindful tea drinking, and again, I'll cover mindful tea drinking in another video where we will actually do that. So it's all about awareness and bringing yourself back to where you are. Whenever you're feeling uncomfortable, this is the best tip I can give you. Whenever you feel annoyed, anxious, worried, doubtful, concerned, angry, hangry, hunger and anger together. Um, Anything at all, if you feel uncomfortable, if you've gone into your head and you're judging something, you're like, I don't like, this sucks, woe is me, I hate my life. Pause, hit the stop button. There's an acronym in mindfulness called STOP, which is stop, hitting that pause button. Take a breath is the T of stop. So you take a breath. You come back to yourself. O is observe how you're feeling. So you observe how you're feeling. I've been thinking about this thing. It's made me feel this. I feel anxious. Okay, so breathe with my anxiety because I know it's here. I can look after it. We'll again talk about sitting with emotions later on. And then you proceed is the P in stop. So stop, take a breath, observe, proceed. And proceed is then you're proceeding from a place of clarity and consciousness. You're aware of what you're feeling. And that can really, really help. Often we get carried away by our thoughts, we get carried away by our emotions. We sometimes don't notice our emotions until they have to get bigger and force us to stop, force us to notice. So whenever you get any headaches or symptoms in your body, it's telling you that you're lost mindfulness and you're up here somewhere judging something, being bothered by something in the past, maybe a worry of the future. That's what the headache's trying to tell you. So it's like, headache is here. My awareness notices. So I can come back to the moment and be with the headache. I accept I have a headache. If I start moaning about the headache, I'm not accepting the headache. If I'm like, I wish I wasn't heady. Why am I always getting headaches? I hate my life. Stop. So the best practice is when you're feeling uncomfortable, when you're feeling heady, when you're tired, when you're fed up. That is the time to come back to yourself, to breathe, take a breath, to just slow down, sit somewhere, have a cup of tea, and just let the world flow. Just let it go. Just be there, noticing how things shift, because things do change and things do shift. The more we think about the thing, the longer it stays. If you're thinking about headache, you'll have more headache. If you're thinking about lack of sleep, you'll have more lack of sleep. Let go of thinking and be where you are, and the change happens automatically. That's the beauty of life, that things can change and we're not always in the same state all the time. So I hope that this has helped just give you a very brief flavor of what you can be mindful of. Things that you do regularly every day, try and do them mindfully. Try not to judge them. Be there for them and notice how you feel without fixing the feeling. You're just being there with it, just accepting. And yeah, just keep trying that little practice, and you might start to notice a change in your being after a while. So, again, thank you for listening to me. And the next video will be on breathing meditation. We will actually do a mindful meditation. So, take care, everybody. Thank you for watching, and I'll speak to you again another time.